Hello everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads, and it's time for a daily reading vlog. Good morning, it's a little bit after 11, coming in a little bit earlier than normal, but that's because I have a couple books to talk about, and I wanted to get it done while I'm remembering that I have a couple books to talk about, because you know how my memory is. So anyway, last night I finished The Unholy by Heather Graham while I was continuing to do a little research and everything for my up and coming to on Tuesday teaser. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. This is my second time. I'm buddy reading that with my friend Barb. I've read all the way up to 17 in the Crew of Hunters series. There is like pretty close to like 40 books in this series. So I read up to 17. My friend really enjoyed the first one when I got her to read that one, and I was like, you know, I will reread these with you if you want to read them. She said yes. So we are currently up to number 6, and I enjoyed it because I don't remember a lot about it. There were some things in the back of my mind that I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of remember this, but other than that, not really. It's set around a movie studio, and there was a death. The guy who is being accused is the son of the guy who owns the studio, and they are making a remake of a 1940s horror movie that involved this Egyptian priest, and the Egyptian priest is supposedly what came out and killed the woman while the one young man was there, and he swears he didn't do it, that it was this Egyptian priest. And so Eddie, who is the owner, brings in the Crew of Hunters. He knew one of them because one of them, Sean Cameron, used to work for the movies and everything. He was a big part of movies, but now he is an FBI agent working for the Crew of Hunters because he can see ghosts, and they recruited him in a previous book. And so the one that Eddie wants working with him, one of the people that is involved in the studio, is Miranda, because she can see ghosts, and Eddie knows this. And so he's putting the two of them together because they are like-minded and see ghosts, and he needs the best to help with finding out what happened to get Alistair off the hook, because he knows that his son did not do this. And so, of course, though they can see ghosts, they are not looking for anything supernatural to be the thing that done this. They are looking for an actual person. They're always looking for an actual person, even if somebody thinks it could have been something supernatural. The only paranormal part to this is the fact that the main characters in the story can see ghosts. All of them can. That's why they are the Crew of Hunters. They are a special branch of FBI, and it's because they all can see ghosts. And in the first group, you had the first leader, Jackson, and his group, and in this group, we have Logan Raintree, I think that's his name, and he is the head of this group of Crew of Hunters in Texas, I believe. One was set in a different place. I don't know if it was New Orleans? But anyway, they're set in different places around the United States. Each crew will have anywhere from 3 to 4 books within that crew. This is the second book, I think, for this particular crew. I think it's either the second or the third. I didn't look. I think it's the second, because we're only on 6, and I think there was 4. Yeah, yep, so it's the second one. There we go. And so there will be at least one more, I don't know, or 2 that's going to involve this crew and everything, and I'm looking forward to getting to that one. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's what I would say lightly paranormal romance, because it really, to me, is more mystery than paranormal. It just has, like I say, they can see ghosts, and a lot of times it will be the victim that might pop up as the ghost and try to help them figure out who done it, or it could just be a ghost that roams around that area that makes themselves known because they might have some information and want to help them catch the killer. This one happened to have Humphrey Bogart as Miranda's imaginary friend. Like, she has seen this guy since she was younger, I think maybe in her high school, college age or whatever, somewhere around there. So she has seen him for a long time. And so I thought that was just kind of fun that they decided to, she put in, the author, a famous person as a ghost. It was kind of fun. And so, yeah, I would say if you like mystery with a slight paranormal romance type thing because of the fact that the main characters can see ghosts, but it doesn't involve the main characters being involved with something paranormal, then you might like this. And I suggest reading in order. Then the second one was the one that I finished up this morning, and that is Payment in Kind by J.A. Jance. She done it to me again. I absolutely enjoyed this one. It was so fun. This one probably topped the other one that I thought was my favorite, and this is my favorite now. She had me throwing out theories and everything. I don't normally do it. I kind of sit in the background and let Carmen and Kat do most of the theory throwing out. But I was actually getting into this there at the end and everything, and she had me looking over here when I should have been looking over here, had me totally forget about one of the people that I shouldn't have forgot about. I think that Carmen and Kat are going to figure it out, or have it closer figured out than I did. It sideswiped me, which is why I like Jance's books so much. They always sideswipe me, and it was about a couple that they're killed, and they are found in a closet by this one lady, and you had some things happening with the school district already by getting some bomb threats, and then you find these two, and then you find out that maybe they were having an affair, but maybe not, and then you get to dive into the people that are related to these people and trying to figure out what happened and everything, and it just takes you on a wild ride. Give the series a try. That's all I have to say. And read it in order. It matters. It really does. So, that's pretty much all I have to say for right now. I'm going to get off of here and see what I can accomplish before lunchtime, and I will catch you later. Hey everybody, getting ready to go downstairs to fix supper, which is probably going to be grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. Or at least my dad's going to be eating tomato soup. I'm not sure about myself. I don't know if I like tomato soup or not. I don't necessarily really think I've ever tried it. It just sounds gross. I don't know why. But I do like grilled cheese sandwich. So, it's simple. I live the simple life here. I don't go extravagant. And we have a ton of cheese, as you know. We gotta get through it somehow. And, so anyway, I think while I was downstairs working on fixing lunch and other things, I did work on a little bit of Death at an Irish Wedding by Ellie Brannigan. I think that's her name. And yes, I think I worked on it a little bit, because I'm about 50% into it, I believe. I can't remember exactly where we're at. I have no clue who the killer might have been. There's a few reasons why, but I can't figure out which might be the best reason and who might have known. So yeah, I don't know. And then while I was doing some things up here, I decided to start another one of my Everbloom Academy books, because I do want to make sure that I get through those. And so I started on audio Medusa by Catherine Marsh. It's the first book in the Myth of Monsters series. Think Percy Jackson and Greek monsters, I guess, because I think that's pretty much what it's supposed to be about. At least from what I can get. But I know, think Monster School instead of Demigod School. And you've got the Myth of Monsters series. It's definitely kind of in the vein of like a Rick Riordan type of book. And so far it's not bad. I can't remember the main character's name. I mean, it's just escaping me for some reason. And this wasp is about to die. I was hoping I could get through this without having to get up and do something about it, but I don't know. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. So anyway, it is about this young girl who, when she was at regular school, she got really mad at this one kid. He was annoying her, being mean. He's not a nice kid. And she lost her temper, and he kind of went still, and people thought he was having, like, a seizure or something. And everybody's looking at her weird, like she done something to him, but she has no clue. And so it's not long after that her parents decide that she needs to go to boarding school, and then they're gonna let her brother go to boarding school as well. He's like, hey, why couldn't I've been wanting to go for like, a couple of years, and you wouldn't let me go, but now it's okay because she's going or whatever. And so both of them are going to be going to this boarding school. And right off the bat, whenever they get there, one of the things they do is like a DNA test thing, ancestry type of thing, because they want to assess that part of them that is inconclusive, kind of. And it depends on how much of that they have in them, like how much monster they have in them and everything. And she comes back with 1% more than the one boy that's bragging about the fact that he has so much percentage of monster in him or whatever. So she's like, what does that make me? She's a little worried. And she's also, when they learn that that they are monsters, and that's one of the reasons they're there, she's trying to think about, like, at first they thought they were there for a god's, school, like the deity. They thought they were, she's like, Athena and all them kind of things or whatever, but then she finds out that, no, they're monsters, and then she starts to think about what she did to Owen. I think that was his name. I can't remember his name, but I can't remember hers. But, anyway, she's like, there's only one monster that she knows, and things didn't go very well for her, so she's kind of like, she doesn't want to be that monster, so she's trying not to think that might be who she is, but of course we know that she's going to end up being Medusa and stuff. So, going to this academy is all about, trying to learn how to control your anger, control that monster side, that part of you that may do something bad, and to be able to kind of, live a normal existence and all that kind of stuff. She's wondering why her mom never told her about this place or told her anything about this before just shoving them into this school. And so that probably her mother probably was a Medusa as well and everything. And I'm a little curious to find out what her brother is, if anything, because, like, they didn't want him to go to that school until she was old enough to go to the school. So he must not be having any signs of any issues or anything like that. So is he normal but getting to go to this school? I wouldn't think that would work. So he has to have something in him. So I'm kind of curious to see, what he might be. I don't know if there would be a male Medusa. So, what's the father? Because, I mean, maybe the father is a monster too, and maybe he's that. I don't know. I'm only 22% in, so I guess I'll find out later. And so far, I mean, it's just them, getting used to being there and learning what they are and all that kind of stuff. And it's the first book in a series, so it's going to be like the setup book and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Do my eyes behold a little bitty zucchini? I cannot believe this. After all this time and all the trouble it's had, and now I get a little zucchini. Guess we'll see what happens. Hey, coming in with that last clip of the day, and you would have seen a little clip before this. What is going on with the zucchini plant? I'm pretty sure there's a little baby zucchini on there. Maybe it just needed some cooler weather. It has some really nice, it's bushed out really nicely. Whether the critter comes by and chomps it all down again, I have no clue. I'm just, watching and seeing what's going to happen. I figured as long as that little plant wants to stay alive, it can stay alive. So I will go out there and I will give it some water and we'll see what happens. Oh, veggie drama. And anyway, so what I listened to while I was downstairs was Death at an Irish Wedding by L.A. Brannigan. I am 68% into that one now. I still have absolutely no clue who might be the killer. I don't. I know that I have never seen so many things go wrong when it comes to a wedding as this one. It's definitely jinxed or something. And now Rain's having to deal with a whole totally different problem than the wedding, so we'll see what happens. Oh, and by the way, I'm not a real big fan of tomato soup. Or at least the stuff from the can that was Campbell's. Because that's what we had down in the cupboard, and I thought, well, we'll use it. Dad didn't complain, so I'm gonna guess that he liked it and everything, but he got a big bowl of that, and I made some french fries. So, but I still had grilled cheese sandwiches. I just had french fries with mine instead. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I got to talk about right now. I'm going to get off of here and see what kind of havoc I can wreak. Whether I watch TV, mess with spreadsheets, listen to audiobooks, or read with my eyes. I have no clue. Because if I say something, I will do the exact opposite. So I hope you had a really good day. And I hope you liked this video. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will see y'all next video. Bye.